So we have our meats,
Yep.
salad, tomatoes. That's enough. That'll last us days.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's streamlined.
And then a lot of vegetables.
There's
and
the medication. That's hilarious. I didn't even think about that.
That is a supply that you wish you had. Let me tell you.
That's amazing.
It's a peek inside Dolores Catania's not-so-secret weight loss journey. The Real Housewives of New Jersey star.
You're a crazy scumbag. 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 Welcome back, scumbag.
Always keeping it unapologetically real. Causing a social media stir in 2023 after candidly sharing her experience with GLP-1s on Watch What Happens Live.
How long have you been on the Ozempic?
6 weeks. I didn't know everyone was lying about it and not telling the truth, and I got really hammered by it. There was such shame in taking this in the beginning. Such shame. I just felt amazing. I had lost, like, I want to say 10 pounds right away, not even noticing, didn't expect to lose weight.
Did you do this or did he do this?
Over time, she lost 30 pounds on the weight loss drugs. Dolores invited us into her New Jersey home, which she shares with her boyfriend, Paulie Connell. Dolores says they took the shots together.
Paul Connell.
He's on Monjuro. He loves it. He lost 50 pounds.
No way.
And changed their eating habits.
We use this kitchen a lot more now. We used to go out to eat a lot, and much more healthier lifestyle. Cooking at home is the healthiest choices.
Now, in a post-Ozempic world, comes a serious look at the realities of life after GLP-1. After hitting a wall with her weight loss, Dolores says she stopped GLP-1s altogether, but that came with some extra baggage.
I recently felt like it kind of like I hit a plateau. And I said, well, geez, I'm not losing any more weight. What's going on?
So
cold turkey went off it.
What happened when you cold turkeyed?
I started to eat a lot. There wasn't that little signal. I call it the angel and the devil on your shoulder, because it wasn't that little angel on my shoulder saying you're full. You could stop eating now. I gained like 10 pounds. So in that time, I realized that I think my relationship with food needs a lot more than this miracle drug.
Dolores says she started her GLP-1 journey on Ozempic, but eventually switched to Mounjaro, a different brand covered by her insurance. That journey, now one she expects to be on forever.
I think it's so important for me to be transparent about what I take, what I do, what I've done, because I don't want people to have unrealistic expectations of what you know someone should look like.
In less than a decade, the class of drugs commonly known as GLP-1s revolutionizing the beauty and wellness industries. GLP-1 medications like Ozempic and Mounjaro have skyrocketed in popularity.
They were first FDA approved, of course, just for diabetes, but we realized that they could safely be used for weight loss.
The newer brands like Wegovy and Zepbound are prescribed specifically for weight loss. Celebrities like Oprah openly discussing her GLP-1 journey on her podcast.
All these years, I thought that thin people, those people, had more willpower, they ate better foods. And then I realized the very first time I took the GLP-1 that, oh, they're not even thinking about it.
Kathy Bates telling People magazine Ozempic helped her lose the last 20 pounds of her 100-pound weight loss.
When Ozempic came out, I thought, okay, and I went to my doctor. She said, let's give this a go.
With millions of Americans now on GLP-1s, doctors and patients alike are taking a serious look at the long-term effects for some.
I started treatment with 170 pounds, and now I'm 118. Whatever you think we can do to make it better.
Jessica says she's still taking a GLP-1 to maintain the progress she's made after a lifetime of food issues. But for her, loose skin became a new hurdle.
Once I lost weight and I started noticing a little, the face is a little different. I lost a lot of weight in my face.
With more than 50 pounds lost, Jessica says she saw considerable volume loss in her face.
I don't think I feel good. I think my skin or my face is a little, feel a little melting. I want to do fillers. I want to do a little Botox. Hi, how are you? How are you? Jessica?
Nice to meet you.
Hi,
Pleasure. We do see dramatic hollowness of this area in the middle of the face, in the temple, in the forehead, also on the lateral face along the jawline. We see flattening and lowering of the brow as patients lose the volume in their foreheads.
I'm 38, and then I felt, okay, so now maybe that's the time for me to start feeling better, you know, why not? Some people say, oh, maybe you're a little too skinny, but I'm feeling good. And this is what really matters for me.
And 62% of GLP-1 patients identifying saggy skin as their top post-weight loss concern, specifically around the face and neck. Jessica's looking to injectable facial fillers to restore lost volume.
I think everything has a limit. For weight loss or for changing your face, you have to feel good, but you also have to learn when it's time to stop.
Dolores says she didn't experience any facial hollowing.
I didn't get that, but I had a facelift, so.
This is why we love you, Dolores. Because you're real. And you share things like your weight loss yo-yo journey.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah,
your
been
cosmetic surgery.
It's true, I do share that. I'm so grateful to the people that watch the show who make us who we are and make it the success that it is. They deserve the truth from me.
After stopping GLPs for 3 months and regaining weight, Dolores is back on the medication. She says she's already down 10 pounds once again.
So when I prescribe the medication, I always tell patients this is just a small part of your treatment. So it is so important to still, talk about the strength training, to talk about the aerobic exercise, to make sure patients are having the right macronutrients.
Doctors say when taking a GLP-1, side effects are to be expected. The NIH reporting nearly 80% of patients experience some form of gastrointestinal disturbance.
So when patients take their first injection, sometimes we see constipation, nausea, burping, reflux.
I know that when the GLP-1 nausea kicked in, that meant I had eaten too much. So now I finally learned how to eat.
Masterfully balancing truth and deception, Dolores winning more than $50,000 on the hit competitive murder mystery game show, The Traitors.
I am the faithful.
She says she left the castle with cash and a tighter waistline from healthy food.
When I went to Traitors, I was in Scotland for over a month. I came back the healthiest, the happiest. I was the thinnest. I did bring my GLP-1 there, but the food was so clean. I really believe that what we put into our bodies is much scarier than what we're taking in a GLP-1.
Do you worry that therefore you have to be on these medications for the rest of your life?
I'm not worried because I'm not against them. I want to take it forever. If I couldn't take it forever, at least I know now I'm more educated in the things that I don't need in my body. All the sugar.
I mean, because there are some people who think like, I'm not injecting something in my body. You never know what the long-term, impact might be. What do you say?
Well, I say this has been around long enough for them to know. I believe that's what I've been told by very credible doctors. You just, at this point, you just have to go with what you feel is good for you.